Welcome to my channel. Today I will be showing you how I created this super cute mason jar card using some distress oxide inks, a little bit of heat embossing with glow in the dark embossing powder and dewdrops. Want to see something cool? So we will be bringing in a mason jar that we've already die cut off screen. It's basically a little bit smaller than an A2 size card as far as width wise. It is taller though, and we're going to use holographic paper to create the lid. We're also going to bring in some distress oxides and a distress ink, along with some makeup brushes to help us create the scene on our card. And we're going to be using dewdrops, the yellow dewdrops specifically, and this stamp set that looks like fireworks. So that means we need a stamping platform. But first, let's start with blending the colors onto our card front. So I'm going to bring in the Make Art Station. Now, although this isn't going to be using any stencils, this is still going to be blending. So I like to blend on the Make Art Station. And we're going to start off with the color Stormy Sky in Distress Ink. And we're going to work our way up. We're not going to worry about where the lid is going to go yet. We just have to bear in mind that any inking we do is going to be covered up as long as it's in this region. So, bringing in our makeup brush. I will have links in the description box below as to where you can find the makeup brush. I like to use a Post-it to help me make sure I don't leave any fingerprints on the card front. Now this is going to look a little ugly before it looks better. And now we're going to bring in our broken china. This is the Distress Oxide. So what we're trying to create here is the look of night, but not like pitch black night, but like night when fireflies are out, because that's actually what our dewdrops are going to be used for. They're going to represent our fireflies. Now the good thing about the Distress Oxide is it's really good at layering, so we will still be able to see the stormy sky underneath the broken china. And if you find that your paper is getting just a little too hard to handle, you can always bring in the magnets from the Make Art Station to help you out. Next, we're going to bring in faded jeans. And finally, we're going to bring in our chipped sapphire. So the reason we brought in a second brush is so we can go back over it to help blend it out with the broken china and the faded jeans. Now if you wanted to, you could have skipped the stormy sky, but I still think that the Distress Oxides will help make this card look much better. Now that we have all that done, we're just going to stick an adhesive sheet behind our holographic paper. That way when we're ready for it, we can just pop it onto our card front. Now we're going to switch this Make Art Station for our stamping platform. We are going to heat emboss well, they're little lines, but they're in a shape so that you pay attention to what's in the center. So that's going to be like our light that shines from our lightning bugs. If you don't have stamps like this, what you could do is you could always just doodle the lines, and that would help create the illusion of light shining from your fireflies as well. So we're just going to use our magnets to help us hold our card front down. So we're going to bring in our powder tool. This is to help us with just making sure that wherever we stamp, that's where the embossing powder is going to wind up, rather than being all over the place. So what we're going to do is bring in glow-in-the-dark embossing powder. This is by Wow. We're going to use VersaMark Dazzle in Frost. And we're just going to make sure that we get a nice press on the stamps. And yeah, it looks nice and crisp. We're going to stamp it again, but first we're going to heat emboss. Are worried that you got too much embossing powder on, you can always bring in a smaller brush to help dust it away. Now I'm bringing in my soldering mat because this will handle the heat of the embossing gun. Okay, so I'm gonna bring in the microfiber cloth to help us kind of dust that off. And we're going to bring back in our stamping platforms so that we can stamp a couple more lightning bugs. Go back in with the glow in the dark. So now that that's all done, we can activate the Oxide ink by spritzing on it and just patting that down. Now all we need to do is bring in some dewdrops along with our jewel picker and some adhesive. So since we made different sizes of little explosion or lightning areas, what we can do is utilize the fact that dewdrops come in different sizes. There's the smaller dewdrops that are circles and the larger ones. There's also, let's see if I can get that to cooperate today. There's also diamond shaped ones and teardrop shaped ones, but today we're just going to use the circular shaped ones. So I know this glue is white currently, but it does dry clear. Then we're all done with our dewdrops for today, and we just need to bring our holographic paper back in and die cut it. And we can remove the backing. Bring in the two-in-one to help us remove the backing. Just pop that onto your card front. And now that that's all done, we can just place our card front on our card base and we'll have a really cute little mason jar card. Now I know there's not a sentiment yet, so we're going to stamp a sentiment also, or you could leave it blank. So I will show you the finished product when I get back. Alright, if you like what you saw, please click that like button. Feel free to share it with your friends. If you have any comments, leave them in the comment section down below. Also in the description box, I will include everything that I used to create this card, whether you saw it on screen or not. If you'd like to see future videos from me, click the subscribe button and click that bell icon to be notified when I upload new videos. Hope y'all stay safe, stay healthy, stay crafty. Bye!